China's military reforms. What is this new 4+4 structure all about? Because with this particular recent restructuring of its military, China has highlighted a shift towards modern warfare. With the dissolution of the Strategic Support Force, the SSF, and the setting up of the Information Support Force, the ISF, the Aerospace Force, and the Cyberspace Force in its place, these new arms will become critical pillars supporting the force services. It took only 9 years for China's Strategic Support Force, the SSF, hailed as the futuristic unit, when President Xi Jinping last reshaped the military, to completely disappear. The internet has dubbed the now dissolved force the shortest lived important unit in the history of the Chinese PLA. The force, which was established back in 2015, that once held significance comparable to the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Rocket Force, has now vanished after the latest military reforms. Now, initially, the Strategic Support Force, led by either a general or a lieutenant general, played a critical role within the PLA structure. The fresh round of reforms on the 19th of April included the setting up of the Information Support Force, the ISF, and the dissolution of the Strategic Support Force, which was the SSF. Now, this is the biggest organizational reform for the PLA since the second half of 2015. But what made the force so important? Xi Jinping himself established it. The president also serves as the chairman of the Central Military Commission, the top military organ that supervises the entirety of the Chinese PLA. But why was it dissolved so swiftly and suddenly? This particular decision offers us insights into President's evolving military agenda. The restructuring, let's get down into it, involves implementing a 4+4 military organization structure. The main thrust of this reform is the dissolution of the SSF, splitting up the current key units of the SSF into the ISF, an aerospace unit, and a cyber unit, forming a 4+4 new military organization structure under the direct leadership of the Central Military Commission. Now, presently, the Central Military Commission directly oversees 6 units, including the Ground Force, the Navy, the Air Force, the Rocket Force, the Strategic Support Force, which was the SSF, and the Joint Logistics Support Force. Now, let's focus on the key role of the new ISF, the Information Support Force. President Xi Jinping highlighted the pivotal role of the Information Support Force in coordinating network information systems. Xi stated in his speech that the new ISF is a strategic arm of the military and a key pillar in coordinating the construction and application of the network information system. It will play a crucial role in advancing the Chinese military's high-quality development and competitiveness in modern warfare. Now, the president also emphasized the importance of smooth information transmission, information resource integration and protection, as well as the unit deeply integrating itself into the Chinese military's joint operation system for better information sharing. Xi Jinping also urged efforts to enhance technological innovation, build a network information system with PLA characteristics that would meet the requirements of modern warfare. Let's listen in to what the spokesperson of the Ministry of National Defense had to say about the Information Support Force, the new ISF.
信息支援部队是全新打造的战略性兵种，是统筹网络信息体系建设运用的关键支撑，在推动我军高质量发展和打赢现代战争中地位重要，责任重大。
And it's not just the ISF. Next, we've got the aerospace and cyberspace units. Building the aerospace force is of great significance to strengthening the capacity to safely enter, exit, and openly use outer space, enhancing crisis management and the efficacy of comprehensive governance in space, and promoting peaceful utilization of space. Meanwhile, the cyberspace force will be important for the development of cybersecurity defense methods, reinforcing national cyber border defense, detecting and countering network interventions, and maintaining national cyber sovereignty and information security. But the synergy and organizational structure has always been a plus point of the Chinese aggression. How will the new forces come together? That's the big question. The integration of these new forces is crucial for China's military strategy. The ground, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Rocket Force represent the PLA's fists, with the Aerospace Force acting as its eyes and ears, the Cyberspace Force ensuring cybersecurity, and the ISF serving as the nervous system amidst all of this 4+4 structure. This coordinated effort allows for rapid intelligence analysis and strategic planning as well. After all these reforms, don't mistake that the PLA is a military that is tasked with the protection of China's territory. It is in fact a military entity that is tasked to protect the Chinese Communist Party, which is to say that it is the only advanced military entity in the world that protects a political party. And that's the situation at the moment. China's recent restructuring of its military and its recent shift towards modern warfare, the new 4+4 strategy that has been put out, the ever futuristic SSF, the Strategic Support Force, highlighted by Xi Jinping himself just in 2015, well, that ceases to exist. In its place, 4 new developments: the ISF, the Cyberspace Force, the Aerospace Force, and the logistical team that continues to be there, of course, with the naval, ground, and the rocket force as well. What does this mean for China and specifically India, its own neighbor? Well, we'll have to wait and find out.